All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. As you see the title's article, 5 ways the Russians could wreak havoc on the 2020 election. Read right below. It says, when it comes to cyber defenses, officials say this is the best protected election ever. Yeah, right. That's why it says in Thessalonians, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming upon them, right? It says, continuing, but if hackers were to cause trouble, here's what they might try. All right, so this devil thinks he's so slick, okay? You know, that's why scripture talk about us being not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? He never wants to take accountability, okay? He's never the one at fault, okay? When he talks about, when it's asked, who's the one that's putting these chemtrails in the air? It wasn't me, okay? Who's the one polluting the waters? It wasn't me, okay? Who's the one polluting the, everything, okay? The food, it wasn't me. Okay, what happened to so-called Negroes? Okay, how did they get over here on cargo slave ships? It wasn't me. Okay, same with the so-called Latino tribes, same with the so-called Native American tribes. Okay, it wasn't me, it wasn't us. Okay, that's why scripture talk about prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Okay, no one wants to take accountability of what's been happening upon this planet Earth. All right, but somebody's gonna get judged. Okay, somebody's gonna get in trouble. Okay, because here we're in the time of trouble. Okay, now trouble's gonna lay upon somebody. Okay, of course we know the time we're in is Jacob's trouble. But these devils are in trouble, man. They're in the straits, okay, and they're scrambling, and they're trying to find somebody to blame. And going to these so-called Russians, they're Edomites too, okay? That's how you know this place is getting ready to be destroyed, okay? Is if a house to be divided, the house shall not stand, okay? So Russian Edomites, they're Edomites too. They're the same house, all right? The house of Esau, okay? But here is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. These Satan should get an advantage of us for we're not ignorant of his devices. So his cunning craftiness. Okay, his games, his lies, his deception. Okay, this man, thinks he's getting away with what he's getting away with, but he's not. Okay, everything he's doing is being monitored and watched. Okay, he loves watching. We talk about Big Brother. You got cameras everywhere. Your phone tapped in. Okay, got satellites. All right, but the Lord's watching you with the angels. All right, but going to these elections, which today is election day, November 3rd, 2020. Okay, we're gonna see how this plays out. Okay, because today we're supposed to find out who the president is, which they already know who it's going to be. Okay, we're going into these false flags. Okay, these so-called terrorist attacks. Okay, get ready for them. All right, and once these things start rolling out, because it's not going to be just one. Okay, it's going to be mischief upon mischief, as scriptures say. Okay, and who's doing the mischief? This devil. Okay, and of course the Lord YAHAWASHI is the one putting the energy on him. Okay, pretty much the will on him to do that. Okay, because it's all leading to what? Ultimately, this man's destruction. All right, but I'll get another one. Who seeth me? Matter of fact, there's another one. The fool have said. Yeah, I think that's Psalm 14. Yeah, this is Psalm 14 and verse 1. A Psalm of David. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. So these devils, okay, Esau, Edom, so white man, this is the energy he pushes out upon the planet Earth, that there's no God. All right, so that's why there's no accountability in this land. Okay, no one wants to take accountability. Okay, because they don't think they're going to be judged for what they're doing. Okay, they lie and they get away with it, so they think. All right, but it says a fool have said in his heart, there is no God. They say, who seeth me? Who's gonna bring me down? Okay, and this is the energy that this devil pushes out upon the planet Earth. And a lot of you people have fallen into the traps of his, going to his wine. Okay, and 2/3 of our people, a lot of our people don't even believe in the God. They're atheists, so to say. But when you believe in nothing, that's still a belief system. But anyway, it says, but they are corrupt and have done abominable works. Right? Because of course they don't want to believe in a God because they're disgusting, vile creatures. Okay, so there is none that doeth good. Okay. So there's none that doeth good, all right? So none of them that don't believe in the power, okay, they're good. The scriptures say it right here, okay? So these devils, the people that run the planet Earth, going to these elite banking families, the elites of Esau, they don't fear YAHAWASHI, okay? That's why they do what they do, because they don't have in the back of their mind a conscience saying, yo, this is wrong, okay? Because they're the devil, all right? Here it says, Washington intelligence and cyber security officials say that say they see no sign that Russian hackers have tried to infiltrate the election infrastructure the way they did in 2016 when all 50 states were probed. So this article came out a couple of days ago. Again, today's date being November 3rd. This article came out October 30th. It says when all 50 states were probed and voter rolls in some states were accessed. Officials also say that when it comes to cyber defenses, this is the best protected election in history, right? But those same officials acknowledge that there is no way to protect every state, country. So there's the pretense, because every time this devil offers you something as a benefit, there's always 10,000 side effects. Okay, yeah, this will help you with your respiratory issues, but then now you got knee problems, now you got back problems, right? You got issues that you didn't have before you took this man's so to say help. All right, but it says but those same officials acknowledge that there is no way to protect every state, country, and precinct network from infiltration by hackers, and that the Russians or other foreign power could still decide to mount a cyber offense to disrupt the election, right? So again, they need somebody to blame. Okay, they're gonna blame somebody. Okay, and going into the time of persecution, they're gonna blame us. Okay, they're gonna blame us. The Israelites. Okay, those who know the truth. Here's experts say this is unlikely because it would mean crossing a red line that could provoke a serious reaction from the U.S. government. So so this stuff is all planned. Okay, they have their meetings, they have their conferences, and they plan these things out, how they're going to play it out and fool you people upon our planet Earth. Okay, so all you people are going to get pumped and fired up and get sent over to the Middle East, and be destroyed in World War III. Okay, and at the same time you're going to take that chip because going into the time we're heading into the hour of temptation, it's going to be made mandatory because think about the cyber attack. Again, going to not being ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, they're gonna say all the memory has been wiped. Okay, the banking information, your everything. Okay, your license, registration, everything has been wiped. Okay, your bank statements. So the only way we can confirm who is who, you need to have this chip. Okay, as a tracking device, it can all that stuff. I mean, this devil thinks he's slick. Okay, so here, turn out the lights. So let me get a precept. I know there's one in Isaiah. Let's probably do it better. Yeah, that was when I was taking Isaiah. Matter of fact, nothing hid. Yeah, this is Luke chapter 8 and verse 17. For nothing is this is Luke 8 and 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Right, because going into what's happening, what's going to happen, going to the havoc that's going to be happening upon the planet Earth. All this stuff is going to be traced back to who? Esau, Edom, so-called white men. This post-election havoc. Okay, you already have some pre-election havoc. Okay, but going into these race wars, so on and so forth. This is all engineered. Okay, because Esau and his algorithms, he knows how to poke people's buttons. Okay, he knows what video to pop up on your feed. All right, to get to your emotions. All right, and then before you know it, you're out there with science. Okay, and your guns on your side. Okay. Ready to fight because the Lord's going to send Egyptian against Egyptian. Okay, so when all this chaos starts popping off, all right, it's all going to be traced back to Esau, even so white man. Of course, the Lord, of course, YAHAWASHI is the one orchestrating it. But let me wow, I can't spell. Maybe it's the cold. Oh my gosh. Forgive me. I know it's, let me just get it. Stop being lazy. This is Isaiah chapter Nope. Here, this is Isaiah 19, and I'll just start at verse 2 to point. Isaiah 19 and verse 2, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? So, again, going into these race wars, okay? Because this is what's prophesied to happen in these last days in so-called America, because America is modern-day Egypt, okay? But here, I want to get some of this article. Turn out the lights. All right, it says, imagine an infrastructure attack, maybe in some key precincts or states, swinging states for the election, where maybe power goes out, or maybe the 911 service goes out. All right, this sounds like Jacob's trouble, okay? Because that's what's getting ready to happen. Imagine if all the power went out in infrastructure, okay? You got water, these water pumps move by electricity, so you can't flush your toilet. Nothing's gonna work without electricity. The street lights, nothing. Okay, your microwave, your nothing's gonna work. Okay. And that's going to these EMP attacks, electronic magnetic pulse attacks. Okay, it says the FBI's former counterintelligence chief and an NBC News contributor said, or you can't use your credit card or pump gas. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and I didn't even know this was in here. But going to the chip, man, these devils, they're trying to pretty much going into their segue to this new world order. Okay, they made these major attacks to lure you people, ultimately make you fear, okay, and worship after him, because you're going to deceive a lot of people that, deceive the people upon earth to take that chip, okay, which is the mark of the beast, the RV chip, which is the mark of the beast, okay, the NFC chip, any type, you know what we're talking about when we say the chip, okay, but if you take that chip, you're going to be destroyed. All right. It says the U.S. officials have long said the Russians have planted cyber bombs on American power grids and communications networks to be triggered at a later date if desired. Perhaps the most ruthless and effective way the Russians could disrupt the election would be to shut down the power or the cell phone service in a few critical areas, making it impossible to vote. All right. So here you go. Okay. And this, going into this mischief, this devil's going to be put upon earth, it's all ultimately going to backfire. Okay, it's going to backfire on him, because he thinks that this is going to his favor, just like he thought with these thermonuclear missiles is going to be to his end. Okay, but I can probably think of mischief. I think it's in Isaiah. Yeah. Yeah, this is perfect. This is Isaiah 47. Isaiah 47, start at verse 8, read down, close out. Isaiah 47, verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures. All right, because America, the land of pleasures. All right, all you people want to do is go out, buy clothes. All right, and what they say, fuck hoes. Okay, excuse my language, but that's going into the freedoms you have here in so-called America, and it's not freedoms. It's like Brother Dawadah says, you can't free doomed. Okay, it says Isaiah 47, verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So, this mentality, okay, of course, is pushed out by the head of the wicked, Esau, even so-called white men. This false sense of security that you have here in this land, so-called America, all right, and wherever else, in Europe, okay, this mentality is spread out throughout the whole world. Because why? This devil had everybody drink of his wine, okay, saying that I'll never be in adversity, my house shall continue forever. Okay, what's going on in those third world countries are not going to happen here in so-called America, this first world country. All right, but overnight this place is going to be a third world country when the power gets shut off. Okay, because going to the day of the Lord is what? It's darkness and not light, right? As it is written. This is verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. All right, so these things are going to happen very quickly and rapidly. Okay, think of a cyber attack. These cyber attacks are very, very quick. Okay, however fast the internet travels, that's extremely quick. Okay, Isaiah 47 and 9. These two things shall come upon thee in one day, a loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. So Esau's number one, way of deceiving you people was via his going into the Black Mirror. All right, your phone, your TV. Okay, he has everybody being fooled by the television. Okay, the TV programs. Okay, you're being programmed. Okay, going into that article, have people, it's like you're being deceived. Okay, and going on with these wicked holidays. You just had Halloween. Okay, these devils are drinking blood. Okay, sacrificing children. All right, women. All right, and so on and so forth. All right, drinking goat blood. Okay, that's what these devils do. Okay, and they think no one sees them. It's verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Okay, that's the point. None seeth me. So stuff like this, they blame, again, no accountability. Okay, but the Lord said, I made Esau bare. Okay, he uncovered all his secret places. All right, it says that wisdom and that knowledge that perverted thee. Okay, so it perverted you. All right, turned you backwards. Okay, all this wisdom and knowledge, on the left hand side is perverted you. Okay, the scriptures talk about the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Okay, how you have all this power and influence. All right, but you only can make death. Okay, that's what the Lord made you to be. You're the instrument of death, the Lord's left hand. Okay, the wicked, which is the Lord's sword. All right, it says, thy wisdom and thy knowledge that have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. All right, because he says there's no God but out early in Isaiah 14, verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it rises. So it's gonna be like they say, a monkey wrench thrown. Okay, it's like, where did this come from? Because why? Because the Lord is getting ready to take you out of your power seat. Okay, you've been deceived. Deceive and deceiver are his. Okay, you're thinking that you're gonna fill your belly with this new world order. All right, but these things are gonna happen upon you that you did not plan for. Okay, especially going to the return of YAHAWASHI. Okay, but you have an idea. That's why you have Space Force. All right, but you're ultimately just playing out the Lord's movie because you're gonna be scared yet there's fight. You're gonna lose. All right, but you still keep going. Okay, because you can't help yourself. All right. It says, and mischief shall come upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. All right, so you're not gonna be able to put this day off no more. The day of the Lord, the day of darkness, the day of evil. Okay, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Okay, woe unto you. Okay, because great destruction is coming. All right, but no more. Hey, this is gonna get better. It's gonna get better for so-called America. The lockdown is gonna, because we're getting ready to go to a second lockdown. Okay, there's gonna be martial law troops. All right, and putting you in internment camps. All right, and so on and so forth. What they do. Okay, because it's all end-of-day prophecy. All right, let me wrap this up. It says, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, all right, which thou shalt not know. Okay, so that's what we're coming into. Okay, as the Lord talks about the day of the Lord being as a thief in the night. Okay, you people have no idea what's in store. Okay, even us, because scriptures talk about us prophesying in part. Okay, we know what's getting ready to happen, but as far as the specific details, that's why we have faith. Okay, the Lord said we're going to eat. The Lord said we're going to be sheltered. We're going to have a secret place to hide. Okay, which is going to be in his chambers. All right, and we have a way out of here. That's going to be us getting beamed up. Okay, but everything else as far as like exactly what's going to happen. Okay, as the day progresses, it gets more clear and clear, because that's why I should talk about the visions yet for the point of time, and it shall speak and not lie. But at the end of the day, this is what you people got to worry about. Okay, you people got to worry about all this mischief and all this is evil and destruction coming upon this planet Earth, because you live in pleasures. Okay, and not considering that there's a day and place for you to be judged. All right, and this time we're into now is at a time of great judgment. Okay, going into greater than the time of Noah when the Lord flooded the earth. This time the Lord's gonna flood the earth with these thermonuclear missiles. All right, and the Lord's will, we be part of the hopeful elect. Us being a part of the hopeful elect, we be found way to escape these things. But with that, pretty much going to be vigilant. Keep your eye out. Because the devil is going about as a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour. You got to be on point out here. The devil, he's trying to, like scriptures talk about what Yahawashi said to Peter, Satan desired to sift thee. So we just got to be on point and ultimately pray to Yahawashi protect us and keep us from this evil. But with that, those words be edifying. As always, I want to give all praise to Yahawashi, Bashim Kawadash, the bones of the elders and the apostle of MILLSTONE. Peace and blessings to all flickers, Israel. Peace and blessings to all flickers, Israel. Shalom.